Hi, my name is Janice Darrow, and I am glad to be here today. So I spoke in a recent video about implicit biases and implicit attitudes around how it affects our relationship with race, economics, affects us maybe in becoming more discriminatory or judgmental without realizing it. Another area that implicit attitudes affect us is really in our own personal life. And I want to speak a little bit of this. And this is really in regards to things that we want to attract. Let's say that we really want to have the love of our life. We want to have true love. We want to have financial wealth and abundance, or we want to have the profession that's just incredible. So what I've found over the years, and I've been working as an intuitive empowerment guide for over 30 years, so I've seen a lot of different things. What I have seen is that a lot of times the clients that I work with, I've seen it in myself, will say, yes, I really want the love of my life. I want to get married and I want to have a partner and I want to be in love. And when I use my intuition to go and feel them, I'm going to talk about intuition and feeling people. What I feel is that their mental belief system about what they think they can attract and their emotional belief system aren't matched. So, for example, let's say a woman comes for a session and says she wants to meet someone, and she really believes she deserves to have the love of her life. She should have a loving, kind person. She deserves all of this. She's really clear in her mind about what she wants in a partner. And then when we go to the feeling plane or talk about the feelings, and she's looking more authentically at what's going on, she really finds that, oh, maybe I don't think men are like that, or a partner can be like that, or I really deserve that. So on one hand, her mind is saying one thing, her emotions are saying another, completely different, and it's creating the vibrancy in which she's almost like she's giving a message. Yes, no, yeah, I want a partner, no, I don't deserve it, or I don't think they exist, and back and forth. And this friction is what's preventing something from really happening in her life. So one of the really most important things that I really feel is really having a true understanding of your own self, really looking at yourself deeply and honestly. If your mind is saying, yeah, I believe in, let's say, wealth. I believe in wealth, financial wealth and security. And then inside you have a belief system that says, oh, yeah, but wealthy people are whatever, aren't good or corrupt or this or that or whatever you want is a story that you have, then what you're going to find is, do you think you're really going to create wealth if you have a negative attitude about wealth? It contradicts each other. When we look at that, when we look at ourselves and say, okay, I do have some real judgments about true love or being in a romantic relationship or wealth or having a career that fulfills me, because I've seen a lot of this, that people maybe have been told at a very young age, you got to work hard to make a living. You got to work hard to make a living. And so they really, want to break away from that and create a business or opportunity that's not so hard, but they're fighting up against their own belief system by pretending that that's not a belief system. The real power, and this is what is really empowering, exciting, is when we say, wow, yeah, I have this belief system, and this belief system's preventing this from happening, and I'm going to really just hold this belief system and really feel it and really embrace it and really let it integrate. What happens is it loses its power. It starts to dissolve because it's almost like it's not secret anymore, and it's not like this ready to burst out of you feeling, and it's not creating conflicting friction messages in your life. So one of the things, by really looking at yourself honestly, you can really embrace that and see that. And when you can see that perhaps you're not attracting a partner in your life because you believe they don't exist, you could start to really work with the emotional self and giving it the message differently, that they do, that you deserve to be loved, that you really deserve to be loved. And the more that this self-love comes, and gratitude, and I've talked about it in one of my other videos, the more that you work with gratitude and self-love, it's like you're lifting yourself up. And the more you lift yourself up, these discrepant belief systems that are contradicting each other start to blend more, and they're not fighting each other inside yourself. And so there's creating more harmony, which is then attracting your life to be in a different place. So I would highly recommend, and I know this has worked for me and still does, because life is a journey and we're always loving ourselves up no matter what, is to really work on gratitude, loving up, and being honest and authentic with yourself from where you really are. Not in the imagined, desired place, because we all can go there. We all have a fantasy. I call them fantasy bonds. And we'll have another video about that. But fantasy bonds about what we think we are, or what we deserve, or what we are. We need to say, okay, yeah, this is great. This is a desire. But where am I really at in my own belief system? So, love yourself up. Just love yourself up, and you'll find that life will flow more easily. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me at janeseld@gmail.com, and or go to my website if you want to learn more about what I do at Janice Darrow, JaneseDerroughh.com. Love to hear from you, and thank you for taking the time to listen, and I hope this has been helpful for you. So thank you, and have a great day.